There's a level of connection, direct audience, where influencers got 1 million people who would do anything for that person. Celebrities might have 100 million people that know who they are. Very few people that actually give a shit.
Checking out of our hotel. Very nice hotel. Friendly people. Good views.
Where are we going?
We're going back to the conference. It's the last day of it. It's still a good time to get in front of people and chat to people.
The work never stops, does it?
It does not. Bash out some emails before we get to the conference.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same. Send. Kyle, what's the plan?
I think we'll grab a coffee, finish off a few more emails. I'm sending over some briefing documents to people that we met yesterday who are keen to see what we can do for them. If we get a briefing document over today, speak to them, hopefully they'll fill it out by the end of play, and then we should have a proposal to them by next week. I think the betting and gaming industry is so quick and so fast moving, and they want to get content out, but obviously one of the biggest problems is compliance and making sure that all of that is aligned. So we've got to make sure that we're really on top of it and having a really quick process so we can help them with their compliance and making sure that everything goes out as quick as possible. A lot of different nationalities here, a lot of different territories, which is quite interesting when talking to people about content and about social and seeing what works in different territories and what doesn't work. Some territories you say, oh, Twitter's great in the UK for betting, and they say, well, in Greece, for example, it's actually not. It's actually YouTube that works really well. So it's quite interesting to understand social platforms are really good with translating across different territories, but at the same time, it's making sure that you're using the right platforms in those places. They're now starting to pack up everything, I think. But we're in a different city. Always interesting to go around and see how people are engaging, how brands are engaging with locals in different areas. We're going to go around Lisbon, see what type of marketing is going on, chat to some people, see how they interact with social. And maybe we might even find a Portuguese influencer. Just dropped our stuff at the hotel, thought we would go out and see Lisbon, but weather's kind of turned for the worst. As you can see, I'm soaked.
Gonna have to film on my phone. It's so wet. We're absolutely drenched.
We're gonna carry on, see what we can see, but not sure how much longer we can stand the rain.
Well, that's quite a lot of books.
Come in mainly to get away from the rain. Come into like this library. What's quite interesting is that like the way Instagram's changed travel so much. So you've got so many people that will come in here just to take a picture of that because it is so aesthetic and so Instagrammable. I wonder how many people come in here not actually to buy a book, but just to take a picture of it. And it's also interesting, like, I mean, this place was probably built before social media, before the craze of it. So it was built to look like this because it was pleasing to the eye, because it was cool to look at, and not necessarily that it was made to be Instagrammable. And I feel like a lot of places, especially in London, a lot of places are made to be Instagrammable so that people take pictures of it and share it online.
You've done your talks.
Yep.
They went really well.
All went well. Whole conference went really well. I think it was really cool to be somebody talking about something different. There's a lot of people just talking about affiliates and talking about the same thing that they've been talking at all these conferences that have been going on throughout the world. So it was nice to actually have fresh conversations with people, say something that they weren't really expecting, which is what we want to do. We want to disrupt not only in the content that we're creating, but we want to actually be a company that's disrupting the market and getting brands to do something that's really different.
You could say we're rewriting the book.
Which one to choose from then? There's a lot to rewrite.
What appears to be a K-pop band that's come to town, and we've got a lot of screaming kids.
Crying because you're happy.
I didn't see them coming, and I'm sad of that.
You'll see them in there. Where are you guys from? Korea. Korea. Oh, nice to have you in Lisbon. Welcome. What's up? Good to have you here. A vlogger as well. Yes, fellow vlogger.
In a way, they're kind of like influencers because we don't know who they are.
How did we just get here?
Yeah, I don't think we're allowed here.
If I jump over these things, will you kill me?
Okay.
You're a fan?
Yeah.
Big fan?
Yeah.
Huge fan?
Yeah.
Mega fan?
Yeah.
Super fan?
Yeah.
You're all mega fans?
Yes, we are.
How did you hear about them?
I don't know, it just appeared on the recommendation on YouTube, and I clicked it, and I liked it.
How much were tickets?
My tickets were 145 euros, if I'm
Wow.
not wrong.
Spending power. What does this say?
I don't know.
You don't know?
It's from a song.
What do the ears mean?
It's a name.
It's a name.
Yes, it's you.
Why are you here? Why you're a fan?
I mean, everything about them, I guess. It's not really appearances like everyone thinks. It's more like how they act around fans and how they act around like everything else. They're really sweet.
We've got people from different places around Europe, and they know all about K-pop, and they know all about them mainly through social media. It's quite interesting. She was saying how she likes them because of their personality and because of how they are really nice and sweet people. So it's not just about their music. And I think you would only get that insight through social media. You wouldn't have known that without following them on Instagram.
A window into the soul. involved?
It just brings their fans closer to them. It shows that even if they aren't the traditional sense of an influencer, people are coming a lot closer to them and becoming bigger fans because they can follow them on Instagram. Really nice way to end off our trip in Lisbon. Beautiful sunset looking over the bridge at Park Bar. Been an absolutely brilliant time, really enjoyed it. It's time to get back to London, back into the office and back to work.
So Matt and Kyle are in Lisbon at the moment, and they've actually just bumped into a K-pop band by the name Pentagon. You heard of them?
No.
Kind of mad that how there can be these massive waves and massive social movements and you can completely miss out on them even though they've got millions and millions of followers.
Yeah, it's the change from celebrities to creators and online sort of influencers, celebrities, whatever you want to call them. So historically, if you were famous to everybody. So we've gone from a place where there was maybe 5,000 celebrities globally, where everybody knew them, general fame. With influencers, it's different. They don't have general fame because they built their audience through a specific network rather than on the back of a gatekeeper giving them access to a load of people. They've actually built it themselves. It used to be you sign a record deal and then they put you in front of an audience. Now people just go onto YouTube and upload their content and they build their own audience. So people can become very famous to a niche audience, and that niche audience might be 10 million people without any of the gatekeepers that control the mass media actually getting involved. You could have a celebrity who has 500,000 followers, and when they ask their audience to buy something, 2 people buy it, but 50 million people know who they are even though they've only got 500,000 followers. Or you can get an influencer with 10 million followers who can get 100,000 people to buy something. They've got a real tight audience, but only that many of people know who they are. Outside of their direct audience, they're completely unknown. There's a level of connection, direct audience, where influencers got 1 million people who would do anything for that person. Celebrities might have 100 million people that know who they are, very few people that actually give a shit. You're gonna see more and more really specifically famous people with 10, 15 million followers who can get 50,000 people to turn up in a square for them, but the average person will have never heard of them. 10 years ago, if you wanted to know who was famous, just put Saturday Night TV on. All the famous people in the country were on TV that night. Doesn't work like that anymore.